I saw a story earlier today in the Idaho Statesman, of all things, a GOP guy, representative of the, what is it, School Instruction Board or whatever it is up in Idaho. He's getting heat now from listeners and viewers of mine for his role in Common Core. And what he said is amazing, and this is really important that you understand that this is coming your way. The most recent misinformation was spread by Glenn Beck on an episode of his show earlier this month. What you're going to see tonight will feature no speculation, no conspiracies, no theories of mine, just the facts. When we get into theories of mine, I will completely let you know, and you're completely able to dismiss those theories if you'd like. But I want to show you the sources because it is hiding right underneath our nose, right in plain sight. And it has been in the works for years now. But it really took root after the passing of this. This is the stimulus package. This is all of the stuff that was in the stimulus package. So this is source number one, the government copy of the Congress's stimulus package passed. This is the executive summary of the education part of the stimulus package. This is the education summary. This is the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. This is another government document that we're going to be quoting tonight. This is promoting grit, tenacity, and perseverance. This is from the U.S. Department of Education, right here. And we're going to be quoting this. This is from a company that is involved. This is off of their website. We'll explain this when we get to it. And a press release from Bill and Melinda Gates. So there is no opinion. These are the first sources. I urge you not to listen to me or anybody else. I urge you to go to the primary source. In February 2009, the Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan, praised this stimulus bill for including, and I want to show it to you so you know that it's not a conspiracy theory. I'll show you the exact quote. This is what he's praising here. From the stimulus bill, the $5 billion in the American Recovery and Investment Act, which states $5 billion shall be available for education finance incentive grants, section blah, 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 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. Okay, got it? Now, Duncan described this one line as absolutely historic opportunity, and oh, it was. You and I would actually call this bribery. Race to the top gave the federal government billions of dollars to dangle in front of cash-starved local schools and saying, look, you know what, you're going to need to hire new teachers, right? All you have to do is just do a couple of things for us. Time of weakness and vulnerability, people signed up. Sign up. You can get all of this money. We'll help you do everything you want. And they signed. Now, of course, there's some strings attached. One of those strings was a provision that encouraged the bribed states to develop data systems for collecting large amounts of information on public school children. Oh, this one is harmless. If you don't recognize what the machine is, it's harmless. Remember I said they are building a machine? I don't know what it is, but they're building a machine right here. In the stimulus package, the state will establish a longitudinal data system that includes the elements described in Section 6014, blah, 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 the American Competes Act. What is that? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. No, it's just another piece to the machine. What is that? Well, race to the top, their executive summary, which is right here, the executive summary, has the use of data systems in it, right here. Data systems to support instruction, implementing a statewide longitudinal data system. Now, these databases will track all kinds of personal information, including, now this I want to show you, this is the Promoting Grit, and this is coming from the Office of Educational Technology, the U.S. Department of Education. See it right here at the bottom, U.S. Department of Education. This just came out, I think, in February, right? Is that right? I don't have the date on it, but it just came out. February 14th, 2013, so it just came out after the election. Now, it includes right here MRI machines for the classroom. What? MRI machines? But it also goes on to talk about we're going to be collecting health histories, income information, how much does each family make, voting status for the family, blood types, blood test results, homework completion, hair color, eye color, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, also whether your kid was premature at birth or not, if they have any birthmarks, even bus stop arrival times. Oh man, this is actually all the stuff that they can collect on your kid. Where would you store all this stuff, really? Oh yeah, that's right. They're building that huge data storage facility in Utah. This is the company, one of the companies that are collecting data on your kids in school, and these are the things that they can collect on your kid legally. Now you might say, it's against the law. You can't just take information about my kid and sell it to some corporation. Oh no, yeah, they can, because they've bypassed Congress. They've basically rewritten federal privacy statutes. This is the groundwork for a national student database that will track your kids' personal information from preschool, and they say it will end at the age of 20. Plans for data mining on your children. Part of the student monitoring from kindergarten to graduation will include functional magnetic resonance imaging, MRIs, and, quote, other sensors. Sensors provide constant parallel streams of data and are used with data mining techniques and self-report measures to examine frustration, motivation, flow, confidence, boredom, and fatigue. Now, here are their tools for the data mining. I just want you to look right here, but there they are. Now, what are these? Well, they include facial expression camera, posture, analysis seats. I love that one. They're going to analyze your kid's posture. They have a pressure mouse to see if they're stressed out. And who doesn't need a nice fashionable wireless skin conductance sensor that's strapped to your kid's wrist all the time? The report continues. Now, while it is impractical, if I may continue on this, while it is impractical to use MRI in the classroom, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will point out that researchers are beginning to use multiple methods to explore how specific brain activity is correlated with other cognitive and affective indicators that are practical to measure in school settings. Oh, well, thank you, Bill and Melinda Gates, for that. It's going to help out the children so much. They're going to be so much better for it. Why don't you parents at the PTA get behind it? They also plan on tracking information on health care, family income, voting status, religious affiliation, extracurricular activity, along with literally hundreds of other attributes on this list. Now, I'd love to hear the explanation on how exactly this all raises the educational standards. They are using your kids as a guinea pig, and quite honestly, it is a glimpse of the disturbing mind of Cass Sunstein in a fantasy sequence. This is a progressive takeover of America's entire school system, and the event horizon on this is so short because they're so far ahead. If you don't gather now as a public and act now in your local and statewide educational systems, you will not be able to stop this. This is a progressive bonanza, and if it's allowed to be in our schools in any form and become the common core of America's next generation, it will destroy America and the system of freedom as we know it. We will be lost. But back when this desk was occupied by a guy in a wheelchair, FDR, there was another guy named Stuart Chase. Stuart Chase was big. He's a big progressive, and in his book that was printed in the 1940s is The Road We Are Traveling. The president has used quotes in speeches from this book. And he talks about business back as usual, question mark, in chapter 4, free enterprise into X. He said the free enterprise system once we get out of this war, we're going to have to change a few things, and we're going to change capitalism and the free enterprise system into, he said, I don't want to call it communism or statism. I don't want to call it communism because it's not. It's something entirely different. He said, but it will appear this way. It will have a strong central government. Check. It will have a strong executive arm, in fact, stronger than the legislative or judicial branch. Done. Government control of banking, credit, and security. Done. Underwriting of food, housing, and medical. Done and done. Deficit spending to finance underwriting. Done. Abandoned goal for the managed currency. Done. Heavy taxation of estates and income of the wealthy. Done. Youth and people dedicated to government ideologies. This is where we're at tonight. Welcome to the new System X, the progressive future.